Everybody, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and this is our really quick show. We're going to show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend so you don't miss out on any of the good stuff. And we can't emphasize that enough. Pre-order the books. There's a lot this week with Black Panther selling out everywhere. No shame, but we did talk about it on the show. It was up for pre-order, but maybe one of these books is going to be just as hot, and you don't want to miss out on it. So let's get into this week's books.
Yeah, we're going to start with a brand new Spider-Man 2099 miniseries. This is Symbiote Spider-Man 2099. This is going to be a 5-issue miniseries written by Peter David, who wrote the original Spider-Man 2099. In this one, Kron Stone, who is the Venom of 2099, he wages an all-out assault on Alchemax, and the only hope of stopping him lies with the power awakened by a top-secret project gone terribly wrong.
Ooh.
And I'm assuming that's what it is on the cover.
It looks like
right
that
there.
went terribly wrong, whatever's going on there. Next up, we've got Jackpot and Black Cat. This is a new limited series starring Mary Jane as Black Cat, or Mary Jane as Jackpot. Teamed up with Black Cat. Because Black Cat gets blackmailed into doing a public and blatant crime spree, which I didn't know she would have too big of a problem with that, but apparently it's very bad, and Mary Jane is right there to help her as Jackpot, but who is behind this blackmailing? We'll have to find out.
Next is Black Widow and Hawkeye #1. This is a new miniseries where Clint Barton is accused of a rogue assassination attempt that puts the U.S. and Madripoor at odds. And the symbiote-equipped Black Widow, because she still has her own symbiote now, she comes to his aid, and things from their past are going to creep into their present and possibly threaten their future.
Next up, we have Suicide Squad Dream Team #1. This is a 4-issue miniseries written by Nicole Maines, who plays Dreamer, or played Dreamer, in the Arrowverse. Now, writing this, and it sounds really cool because this is where Amanda Waller's big plans start to finally come into place. I have a feeling this is going to probably lead into our Free Comic Book Day book, where we really find out what the big event is going to be of 2024. But you won't want to miss this to kind of see how all of that, the pieces get put in place.
And next is Ultimate Black Panther #2. So #1 came out this week. It's sold out everywhere. And now the second issue is on final order cutoff this weekend. After the Moon Knight forces, and it's not Moon Knight that we know from 616, but a group calling themselves Moon Knight attacks Wakanda, T'Challa can no longer resist Shuri and the Dora Milaje's calls to action. And he demands to know who's leaking information to Moon Knight, or whoever this group is, who in his inner circle is telling the enemy what's going on. He is going to have to try to find that out. And the second print for Ultimate Black Panther #1 is also on final order cutoff this coming weekend. So if you miss out this week, it's okay. There's a second print coming, but please be sure to pre-order. Not only does it ensure that you get your copy, but it tells your store, gives them a ballpark idea about how many copies to order, so that everybody can get there. So if you can, please pre-order this book so you can pre-order both of these. The deadline is this weekend.
Next up, we have a new book from Distillery. I'm very excited about this one. This is White Boat by Scott Snyder and Francavilla, which is a thing about a mega yacht, and it would be great to be invited on this mega yacht. That is until you realize it may be taking you to an island with an ancient cult that is looking to sacrifice you to some unknown horror. So it sounds really fun. I think, like all the Distillery books, this is probably going to be about 3 issues long, magazine format, wraparound cover. So don't miss out on this, because, like we say with the Distillery books, it's a one-time thing. They're not doing this in trade. They don't do reprints, so you don't want to miss out on a White Boat.
Next is Batman Dylan Dog #1. This is going to be a 3-issue miniseries where Dylan Dog, who is an Italian, it's an Italian comic about a paranormal investigator. He's going to team up with Batman, who is in London, I believe, because Joker is also in London, to seal a hellish pact with Dylan Dog's nemesis, Professor Zabaras, I think. And Batman and Dylan Dog are going to have to form an uneasy alliance and put aside their differences in order to defeat an evil that comes from the past.
Very cool. Next up, we have a new one. Once again, this is magazine size, so you can kind of see the whole cover here. This is The Last Mermaid #1. But this isn't the kind of mermaid. Well, it kind of is, kind of isn't a mermaid story you're thinking about, because there is a mermaid, but she is the last mermaid in this mech suit that's full of water, making her way across this kind of post-apocalyptic landscape, going from water source to water source. But what is her final goal? What mission is she on? You'll have to read it to find out. Very cool concept, and you don't want to miss out on The Last Mermaid.
And next is Void Rivals number 7. So we wanted to tell you about this because Void Rivals took a little bit of a break. Number 6 came out 2 or 3 months ago, took a little bit of a break, and now it's back with a new story arc. And Derek and Solilla, they're traversing the northern wasteland, but danger lurks around every corner because Proximus is on the hunt. So we know that a couple issues later, there may be another Transformers connection. So we just wanted to let you know that Void Rivals is back.
Right, yeah, and if between it's taking a break, we've got Transformers, Duke, Cobra Commander, all of that. So if you liked all that, you can get Volume 1 of Void Rivals, and when this comes out, you can pick up and continue on. So don't miss out on this. It's a key part of the Energon universe stories. And then lastly, we have the Goon, Them That Don't Stay Dead. So Goon is back at Dark Horse Comics for his 25th anniversary. Goon, of course, created by Eric Powell. This sounds really cool. The Goon, after putting away some of the baddies in his town, which are made of vampires and night stalkers and all the craziness, he decides to go out for a little bowling. But of course, that is interrupted by a new threat. So if you're a fan of things like Hellboy, that kind of thing, check out The Goon. It is fantastic. And that is it for Top Comics to Pre-Order Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can pre-order these books so you don't miss out. We say that every time, but every time it gets more and more important that you don't miss out. We hate when people don't get to read the stuff they want, but our orders are due, and we have to basically get a number, and sometimes that's not enough. So every little information that you give us helps to let us know that that is what you want. And stay tuned for our show coming up on Friday. We'll be going over these and a bunch more books, talking about your last chance to order them as well. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see ya.